This full moon energy in Aquarius is bringing with it big surprises. And I have a big surprise for you. So stay tuned because I want to share with you 3 things that you can expect during this full moon in Aquarius energy. Hello everyone. In case we haven't met, my name is Dr. Harmony and I will be live fearless, live loved, and live free. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And make sure to get subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you know when all my videos and content come live. I am super excited to be here to share this full moon in Aquarius energy report and what to expect during this energy. It is very, very lightning energy, creative energy, and with it is bringing these big surprises, and it's helping us all to really just stretch ourselves in a new way and to determine, are we going to kind of go into our old ways, or are we going to stick with our new way that we have been implementing? So today there are 3 major things that are coming with this energy that is basically helping us to usher in this age of Aquarius energy in such a way that it is towards the creation into a reality of everything that we've been working with. So what I want to say to that is, before I go into that, because it's about big surprises that are going to show up in your life, okay, or around you, I've got a big surprise for you that I want to share during this time before I jump into those 3 ways or 3 things that you can expect during this timeline. So I have some big surprises and some new developments that I want to share that could not be more perfect. This is what I'm about to tell you is the exact demonstration of this energy. So I am getting married on the Lion's Gate, August 8th, and you guys are actually invited because it's going to be live streamed here on YouTube on August the 8th at 2:30 p.m. So yes, you heard that right. I am getting married to my beloved celestial twin flame that I have so much to share with you as we go forward, and you will be meeting him next week. So make sure to mark your calendar for the video for next Thursday, because he's going to be coming on the show with me. And of course, we will be joining forces and sharing a lot more about our journey and what has kind of developed. But I don't want to spend all the time about that at this moment. But the couple things I want to tell you about that is I'll probably use a few examples about the wedding and how that, equates to what this energy is. So the first thing is that expect exciting news. Expect these new beginnings that is going to call for you to make a huge shift in your life. And that it's going to help you be able to go to the next level. For me personally in this, I'll use me being engaged now, and all of this happening so quickly and moving so fast. I've been talking to you guys about this rapid change for a while. This whole thing, this quantum shift in this. The only way my reunion could be happening this fast to this level is in this vibration of this energy, because it's not even technically being planned. We're being, at this point, sort of vacuumed together and being pulled into this vortex and this portal of energy that's taking us off to the races in the mission that's been kind of stalled and sitting and awaiting. And all the parts have been there to put everything together. And so now people in this energy are being stretched to shift out of these old ways that they've been handling things and to implement the new patterns of action. This is also creating new relationships and new ways to handle things. It's taking your old relationships or relationship patterns that you've had with people, and it's helping you create new ways with them. Now, I have to tell you, in the whole aspect of this exciting wedding that just came kind of out of nowhere, we will share more about that coming up, and you're going to get the official invite next week. But my whole family is being involved in this wedding that was not planned, because technically him and I were going to do a really small, quaint wedding on a little white sandy beach 20 minutes from here with a reverend friend of mine. And it shifted into this thing that has its own agenda. To Julian is his name, and he has family in other countries, and they want to see it, and so get in, and I have clients and just people all over the world, and it just felt like we were to open up our doors and let you see inside of what's coming. So I have a lot of exciting things coming, a lot of new things coming. This is stretching me. This is stretching me to move this fast. But what I was about to tell you is, if I hadn't went through everything I've already went through, down to the COVID experience, which was part of the calling in for this level, I would not have been able to move as fast as things are moving and picking up speed. So you're being asked to open up and allow yourself to receive what you've been asking for. And in doing that, you're going to have to learn how to move quickly. You're going to have to let down your guard and to be open to experiencing the love that you have desired. And I will tell you that it is so magical. And those of you that followed my journey, you know what the hell and back I've been through. And now it's an exciting time that I'm not going to say there still aren't certain things there, but the things are all like between us are actually at the stage, as much work as we both have done, that it is actually creating the sense of each having the keys, and there can be no work done without the other one to go into that next level. Now, I also want to tell you in that I'm seeing that also with other twin flames coming together in the exact kind of like combustion, like it's coming into this combustion. And so not only are twins reuniting between now and the Lion's Gate, which we'll talk more about that when the Lion's Gate come up, but just if you don't know what that is, it is the time of the universal new year. And this full moon is the portal to that new year. And it's about the energy and the light is down on the frequency of the earth, is closest to the earth than any other time of the year. And so, the 8 is also the infinity. It represents, reunion and unity and balance and harmony. And this particular year, with the age of Aquarius being the opening portal to the Lion's Gate here, which, by the way, I'm Leo, and my birthday will be next Tuesday. And so this age of Aquarius is sort of ushering this energy in towards the Lion's Gate. And this, not that every Lion's Gate isn't big, but this particular Lion's Gate represents reunions. So the second thing that you can really expect is expansion. And everything's going to get very expansive, and everything's going to kind of like blow out of proportion or shift bigger, further than you and faster than you had really planned. Okay, these are the quantum shifts, and it's not that on this journey we haven't already been making quantum shifts. We haven't talked about next levels over and over and over, but this leap isn't going from like here to the next level. This is like quantum leap and from here to like where you're to be at your highest timeline. So this would be like rocket speed, like shifts would be a good way to put that. And the reason being is because we're on overtime, and we were already supposed to be in somewhat of like at our highest version of ourselves, our purpose, our missions, our beloveds. And so because we have borrowed time to get here, it's like we've built all that momentum underneath. And so everything's going super deep. So if you basically, let's say you haven't cleaned up certain things, then you're having to go through a lot of stuff to let go of it, to create the space, to create room for what's coming. In addition to that, what I want to share an example of what I'm going through right now with the wedding that's being planned as over the next 2.5 weeks now. It's been about a 3-week planned wedding. And I just want to say this, like my family is so... everyone around me has been blown away because nobody knew this. So, nobody could be more blown away than me. But this is everything that I talk about and everything that I share and everything I set up to prove to myself I could accomplish because I believed in it. And so based on that, it's so surreal and it's so magical. But at the same token, it's like, am I dreaming? Because it's so fast. But in the expansion of that, what I want to say to that is, just like I told you, we were going to start and have the wedding on a white sandy beach, just quaint, two of us kind of thing. And now it's turned into this wedding that's really going to be like aired around the world. That's called for things that are beyond my mind in a 3 weeks amount of time, are things to plan or things that I would have thought about. And what I want to say about that is everything's coming in to support it. I'm not having to do much, and it's already done. Within 24 hours, the entire wedding found part, and the blueprint was basically laid out. And what I will tell you, it is epic, and I am so excited about it, but it just keeps getting bigger and more expansive. So the lessons that I'm learning in this is multiple. It's that I am learning that where I had made sacrifices down to maybe, like, you know, because it wasn't planned. And so it was like, it wasn't all this thing, okay, let's set all this money aside and do this wedding. It's just like, okay, let's do this wedding. And now it's not calling, it's calling for the highest version of who Em and I are to be in this wedding. Not just that we're going to go on a white sandy beach and settle for less than the priest, high priest, and high priestess that we are, and the warrior and the goddess. So our wedding has went from like this simple thing, and it's still, I'm not going to say it's still not simple on some levels compared to a lot of things, but it's went to this very big higher version of like who we are. And the way I want to give you an example of that is that down to hair and makeup. And I never thought about calling somebody in to get my hair and makeup done. And so then as this is unfolded, it's like one piece has led to the next piece. And, you know, I've had friends call me and like just say, hey, I can sing. And then another one can sing. And next thing you know, you wait to hear the songs that are being sung live at the wedding. It's OMG. He's African descent. There are traditions in his culture from Africa that we will be including in our ceremony. And in addition to that, he basically has these traditions to where the bride is to offer gifts to the family, and some of the family can't come. So between the advice we're getting from our spiritual advisor together now is to basically take the wedding to these family members in London area and the people that can't come. And so we're going to be sending like these beautiful gift baskets of food that are down to, and this was Julian's idea, so this is where it gets expansive, is I took I'm just going to share this with you, it's so cute. So there is the 4 seasons of marriage that they do, and you basically do a toast that is something that's sweet, savory, sour, and spicy. And so then I told that to, it came up about these food baskets. And I'm like, how can I get something to like London quickly, this fast, and get all this done? So I contact a client of mine and I say, hey, this is the thought. And I'm thinking about doing food for these things for them and to send them. And then she just says, how about dot, 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 dot. And it was like these sweet cakes. So I send Julian the list, and Julian looks at the list and he says, how about we send them little cupcakes, that because our cake is going to be carrot cake and red velvet cake, two types of cake. And so send them each a cupcake of the red velvet and the carrot cake. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm going to my client and saying, is this doable? Is this too much work? She goes, I can order them. So I sent her the message about 11 o'clock here where I'm at, which was like 5 a.m. or whatever her time. But I woke up to this message that she's going to take care of all this. And by 10 a.m. my time, cakes were ordered for red velvet cupcakes and carrot cake. Okay, now what I'm trying to tell you is, do you see what I'm saying in this leap of like concepts of ideas and bigger than you can think, and the universe comes in to support you? So, you know, these were ideas that I literally I would have never thought about, and it's just literally fallen into place, and it's getting bigger and bigger to where my mother now is like saying like things about like, you need this and you need that and this and that, and I'm sitting back going, Okay, and I'll give you another example. I knew that the color scheme had to have gold in it, and I didn't know what the complementary color was. And my daughter is going to stand up for me. So much family healing in this. My daughter's standing up. My father's doing the ceremony, the official part of it, because there's going to be so many parts to it. But in addition to that, it's the first time my family will have been together for 13 years in the same space. Okay, talking about the healing, the offerings that I'm sending off to his family are a representation of the bride giving to the family, proving that she could cook and things like that. And that's part of the tradition. But I want to tell you something else, that it's like we're clearing and healing this family stuff in this dynamic. And this is what's happening during this time with everyone, because he's African descent, but my great-grandfather, or my grandfather was the head of the KKK. So our polarities here of who we are and this contrast is doing so much healing on such a level together that's more healing than we could have done alone. And this is part of what I'm saying about this. And so back to my daughter now, she's going to stand up for me. And so then she says, what are you going to do? What color do you want with the dress or whatever? I said, I don't know. I said, what do you like? And she sends me a picture of this beautiful dress, and it's olive green. And then so I'm looking up olive green, what the meaning was, because I felt guided. And it's like harmony, peace, purity, and justice, and bringing balance to everything. And I'm like, holy cow. And Julian's looking up the flowers and getting all the meaning of the flowers of being harmony, peace, justice, love. And so there's all these little things going into it. And I'm just sitting back and everybody's coming to me. So it's getting bigger than I ever could have imagined. I mean, it's expanding. And what I'm trying to tell you in this is the example. I've entered this portal of being the goddess, and everyone's showing up saying, what do you need? And here's what you go. And all the ideas are bigger than me. And next thing you know, all the pieces are coming together, and the whole thing just got bigger than I ever dreamed. And I didn't have to put out any effort. And it's just going to be amazing. So that leads me into the third thing that you can expect during this full moon in Aquarius energy, and that is explosive energy. And that is where it's magic, it's alchemy, it's greater opportunities than you ever could have dreamed on your own. And that's where it is right now with what I'm explaining to you with the wedding concepts and the ideas. So many people are coming together in these reunions. So this is like a family reunion. This is my beloved reunion. This is about people on even a collective scale, not only coming, say, individually making this commitment to connect with themselves and to connect with their source, but it's about making commitments to connect with other people in new ways, okay? Using the new way that you handle these things. I will tell you, I had resistance to my father marrying us. I had resistance to my family even being involved. If it had not unfolded the way it did out of my conscious mind, the way it got pulled into that direction, I would have never planned it. If I would known I was really going to do something, we would have done a destination wedding and been done with it. And then next thing you know, here we are doing it this way, but it was being done in a way that's healing for so many levels. And so in the process now of even going through this, I'm seeing that the wedding itself and Julian itself is showing me the last, it won't ever be the last, but the pieces of where I'm at right now to be the goddess, to receive the rewards and to show up where everybody's supporting me. I'm receiving the love that we all dream about, the love of my life. And I can't even begin to tell you. And I can't wait to share him with you. And I can't wait to share more about our journey with you. And we're going to be doing a show called She Said, He Said on a regular basis, to where we come on to show together and we talk about all the topics that you want to hear. And then I share my part and my side of how I've experienced that and how I manage that. And then you're going to get to hear from the Divine Masculine that's went through everything that you know of, that is going to talk about where he's at and then how he's handled it. And then we'll be talking about how we handle these things together so that you can see how it's real. Like, I want to tell you that this is real. And like everything I've talked about is real. Everything you've known to be is real. But sometimes we have to get out of the way and allow ourselves to alchemize that lower vibrational concepts, the lower vibrational aspects, the lower vibrational things and people and experiences that has kept us limited, and that might feel like even the higher version of who you are when you're going through it, but you are moving through this to achieve your highest status, your highest version of you. And that's where you're going to meet anything, everyone, and especially your beloved, and especially this twin flame connection to the level of what it really and truly is and what it's meant to be. And so I can't wait to share more with you. Make sure that you check out all my links below. Make sure you stay tuned next week to meet Julian and to learn more about our journey of our connection, and stay tuned for details on the wedding. Be sure to get plugged in here hit that notification bell so you know when we come live on August 8th at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also, based on the full moon today on the 22nd, tomorrow on the 23rd, you can get my book Twin Flame Codebreaker for free as the Amazon Kindle version. So make sure to check out that link below. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And please let me know, if this has been big news to you about me getting married and what your thoughts are. And if you have questions that you want to ask about my reunion with Julian. We've spent so many lives together. We've been husband and wife so many times. We've done this in Egypt. We've awakened to all of this, and it was the soul recognition, and it's mind-blowingly magic. And we're coming together now in this reunion to not only be exciting news and not only expand ourselves and everything about everything, but it's going to be explosive. So please stay tuned, because we have so much magic to share with you. And I can't wait to see you soon. May you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Namaste.